Welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast. Welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast. Welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast.
Well, hey everybody, welcome to the Farmerdale Podcast. I'm so excited that you're listening to episode number 9. That's right, episode number 9. I can't believe we got to number 9. I couldn't believe we got to number 8 last week, but we got to number 9 today. Our background is not as pretty today because it's cloudy, it's rainy, it's a little chilly today, but that's okay. Enjoy the view. But the snow's gone. Hey, all the snow is gone. But hey, today's guest, and I say this every week, is that I'm so excited. That's right, so excited for our guest today. Today's guest is my favorite son, Cole Creasy. He's my only son. That's why he's my favorite son. I've got a favorite daughter. I've got a favorite son. Works out great. It really does, because then I can have favorites. I got a favorite wife. It's just one of my things. But it's going to be fun to listen to his story. We're going to talk a lot about his life as a kid. Me being his dad, that's going to be awesome. Some funny stories probably. We'll giggle and laugh along the way, and we'll probably go, what in the world was he thinking on certain things? But we'll get into that in just a second. But we're going to talk about what he does for a living now. He's married. We're going to talk about a lot of his hobbies. He's got a lot of hobbies. Wow, what a guy with a lot of hobbies. But we're going to talk about those. One of the things I do, and I've been doing this for a long time, is that I know some people don't like this, but I have a group text. And I've got 2 group texts that I deal with all the time. One is my family group text, the Super 6. That's right, the Super 6 squad. That is my daughter-in-law, my son-in-law, my daughter, my wife, and my son. So I text them every morning, and then I also text all the coaches that's ever coached under me or for me at Woodland as one of our coaches. I'll call them the best coaches. That's the title of that group text. And I text out a Bible verse of the day. And I started it just because I kind of thought I wanted everybody to be on the same page of where I was thinking and what I was studying and what I was doing. So I text that out every morning. But here's what the text, not the email, the text, or none of that, what the Bible verse was for today. And it's so crazy how God steps in and leads your path, and you don't even know He's leading it. He's just leading it. But here's what the verse was. It comes out of Proverbs chapter 23, verse 24. It says, the father of the righteous will greatly rejoice. He who fathers a wise son will be glad in him. That was the verse today, a wise son. I don't know if Cole Creasy's wise. We're going to find out about that today. But I found that so interesting that the verse of today was about a son and raising a wise son. So anyway, so we'll get into that in just a second. The other thing was we were in church today, and our preacher, Jay Stevenson, put up a verse on the screen, and I was like, wow. Here's what the verse is. It comes out of John 21, verse 25, and it says this. Now there are also many other things that Jesus did. We're talking about Jesus' life. Were every one of them to be written, I suppose that the world itself could not contain the books that would be written. So basically, if the Bible contained everything that Jesus did in his lifetime, there's not enough books in the world that could be written about that. Now I'm thinking about our stories that they go through our podcast. Cole Creasy's got a crazy, awesome life story that we're going to talk about today. But we can't probably fit everything in 1 hour. Think about that with Jesus and his life. That's crazy. So, but we're going to talk about as much life of Cole Creasy as possible today. And I hope y'all enjoy it. So we're going to jump right on in. All right. Well, welcome back to the Farmerdale Podcast. And like I told you, my very special guest today, who I am always excited to talk to because he talks to his mama more than he talks to me. But my special guest today is my favorite son, Cole Creasy. What's up? How are you?
how's the audience?
That's how the audience is. Yeah, we got a audience over here. We got a fan club. Farmer Jenny and Farmer Bailey. Bailey is Cole's wife. And we'll talk about Bailey a lot here today too. So we'll get into that. All right. So let's talk about gardening, raising chickens, all that kind of stuff. Yep. So you've only been married for a year and a half.
Yep.
So y'all got married, moved into a house, and then y'all started thinking y'all wanted to start growing some vegetables. So let's talk about that process.
Okay.
What have you grown? What has worked and what has not worked?
Okay. Well, we started growing tomatoes, bell peppers. Trying to think. What all they were growing?
Did you start these from seed though?
Yeah. We did like the seed starter and started growing in early spring, and then planted them right after tax day.
Yeah,
that's right.
You planted them right after tax day?
Yeah.
Or you started the seeds right after tax day?
And jalapenos.
She's already laughing at you because you don't know, because Bailey did all the work. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Yeah, she basically, Bailey has started all the seeds.
Okay, that's good. All right, so jalapenos, tomatoes. The first year though, y'all didn't start your seeds though. Y'all bought some of the plants.
Yeah. We just did like the whatever you get at Lowe's, those already started plants. Like we got just your tomato. She has an herb garden too. We did Bailey's herb garden. Okay. So we did dill and green onions.
Yeah, she grows those in pots though, right?
No, we have 2 raised flower beds that we do, or 2 raised beds that we do.
Like out by the
that's where the
herbs are too.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I thought those were back on the back patio.
We moved them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think. I
need to come see you more.
One of our hound dogs got into those, so we moved them outside of the fence.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what has gone well? What was the best produced vegetable that you've grown so far?
Definitely the bell peppers.
Okay.
We also, we've been good. We've been successful with the bell peppers and the tomatoes mainly. We had a lot of tomatoes.
I'm not very good at growing bell peppers. I don't know. You must be doing something different than I'm not doing.
I don't know.
The green bell peppers?
Green and what? I think we did. Did we just do green? Oh, we just did green. Yeah.
Just green.
Just green.
Yeah.
So
I've never been very successful at growing bell peppers for some reason. I get a lot of blossom end rot.
Yeah, ours. We followed your footsteps and did the what is that hose?
The soaker hose.
The soaker hose, so that helped a lot. Because the first year we did a sprinkler, and then I started getting all that little mildew on all my plants. Yep. So I stopped that and did the soaker hose.
Yep. So there you go. Yeah. You are teachable.
Yep, I am teachable.
All right. What are you planning on growing this year?
All right. The plan is, I think we are going to do our whole back of our property and scale it up a little bit.
Because you have just been doing basically
a raised garden bed type deal.
You built frames for all that?
Yes. So there's just 2 frames, and I don't know the dimensions, but we just have the 2 frames, and then we're growing like all the peppers and stuff. But this year, I think we're going to plant behind our fence on that bottom half of our property, and we're going to do. I want to do corn. Let's see.
So we're going to talk about corn. So there's different types of corn.
Yeah, sweet corn, 100%.
So you're going to do sweet corn. You're not going to do like a field corn.
No, I want to do sweet corn.
Right.
We'll do tomatoes, bell peppers. I think we did try out doing watermelon. Did we do watermelon? We did watermelon. Or was that a pumpkin? We had a random pumpkin. Anyway, that was I don't know how that happened. It was
sometimes that happens.
Yeah, just like.
But sometimes the seeds get mixed in with each other, and you get random.
Last year we had like a vine growing out, and we were like, "What is this?" And it was a pumpkin. So, but it was really interesting.
Okay.
But no, watermelon. What else is on the plan that we didn't plant? Squash, zucchini.
Yeah.
Cucumbers. Typically all the basics.
And the plan is for you to actually bring some of your vegetables to sell at the market with me.
We're going to sell together. Okay. And I have chickens, so we'll sell the eggs at the market too. That's kind of the plan.
All right, so let's talk a lot about these chickens, because this is Bailey's thing.
These are her pets.
This is her pets.
Yes.
The chickens are laying eggs, but they're really her pets. And here comes our dog Webby. If you didn't hear that, here comes. So if you hear him puffing, it's her dog. So we got the whole family in here now.
Yep.
All right. So your mother will not let me have chickens because she thinks if it gets too cold outside.
Well, we just went through that with the snow and the ice. Yep. So Bailey, we earlier this, I guess, fall, we decided to. They have a movable coop. Like a little movable coop that we can like wheel in different spots of the yard, and we decided to build them a run. So we built a run. She has a YouTube video on it actually.
Did you build the coop or did you buy the coop?
We bought the coop.
Okay.
It was like kind of like a wheelbarrow coop, and we had 5 chickens to start, or 6. Was it 6? With little Jerry? Yeah, we had 6 chickens.
All right, so let's go through the names of the chickens.
Yes,
this is funny.
We named all of our chickens after our family members. So we have 3 on her side and 3 on my side. We have Jennifer Lee, which is after Mom. We have Shannon, after her sister. And Anna Grace, the little chicken. She's the littlest chicken. She's after my cousin. And she's a runner. She likes to run away. She likes to run away.
She's a runner. Okay.
And then the other half on her side, we have Pamela, which ended up being a rooster, and then we named her Little Jerry. Little Jerry passed.
That was crazy how that happened. And nobody knows this story, but my dad passed away, of course. And then little Jerry died like the next week.
Yep, it was right there.
And my dad passed away, and then little Jerry, the chicken,
is also little Jerry.
Yeah, so.
But because it was a Wednesday, so I work at our warehouse on Wednesdays, and I got home at like 3. And that morning, Bailey had put it in the garage and got him some medicine from Tractor Supply. And was like, little Jerry's sick. I got him some medicine. He's in the garage. So I got home, and there little Jerry is just dead in the garage. And I was like,
he said he's done.
All right. But also backtrack a little bit. We have 2 roosters. So it kind of, we're not supposed to have 2 roosters.
Right, yeah.
So it kind of dealt out, or like the problem kind of fixed itself. So
little Jerry was a rooster.
Little Jerry ended up, because it was Pamela, then little Jerry. Anyway, because none of our chickens were sex either, so we didn't know what we were
make it sadder because the chicken had a name. No. A lot of people say whatever you're going to kill or something like that.
To Bailey, yes. I didn't really.
You didn't.
I don't have an emotional connection like Bailey does.
Have an emotional connection to her. Okay.
So, but I do love the chickens though. But yes.
Like how much time was involved in that? Like feeding them in the morning, cleaning the coop, all that kind of stuff. How much time was involved?
Not like a lot. I mean, it's depending on how much you want to spend on them. But right now, with the run, in the mornings when I leave before work, I open their coop, because at night they go in their coop where they roost.
Okay.
So in the mornings I'll go in the run, open their coop door into the run, and then they can just kind of, that's where their food, their water, and I give them like scratch. So, so they have their scratch.
And the goal is to get a pig.
Yeah, Bailey, we eventually want a pig. I would love cows.
Do you have the ability to say no at any point in this situation?
No.
You don't?
I don't.
So Bailey runs the roost.
Yeah, she is owner of the houndstead. Okay. So
it's hilarious. Oh my word! All right, so let's track back to your early time of middle school.
Okay.
Or let's go before that, because I talked to Brooke about this, and talked to your mom on both podcasts with them. Back when y'all were really little, we had a garden, and we had about probably a half an acre garden, probably.
Yep. We did pumpkins and watermelon. I remember.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you remember?
I do. I do remember that.
So I got a picture of your mother sent me a picture the other day that had y'all sitting on top of the pumpkins.
There were some big pumpkins.
And you had a buzzed head, which you don't have anymore.
No.
Just you're all hairy and all that kind of stuff. So, do you think because of having those experiences has given you the idea that I want to do that now as an adult?
I would say, yeah. I like the idea of
playing in dirt,
growing your own food. Also, growing up, which we can backtrack this, but after getting in trouble in high school, I started working on Papa's farm.
That's right. I didn't even think we were going to get into that. Okay.
And so I helped
So, all right, so the story goes like this. You got yourself in trouble.
I did.
In high school. Yep. That's something you shouldn't have done.
Yep.
And then your mother said that you got suspended from school for a full week.
I did.
So your mother called up her dad, who owns a cattle farm.
Yep.
Right.
We had about 80 head of Angus. Black Angus cows.
So your mother called up the guy that was helping her dad run the whole thing, and said, Ernie, I don't care what he does, dig a ditch every day, scoop poop. I don't care what he does, but he's going to do it for a full week. And you did that every day, all day long. Yep.
For the first, and also that first, he was like, when I started digging the ditch with just a shovel, even though we had tractors and all that. Right. Gave me a shovel, and I was digging this ditch, and then I got done with that ditch, and he was like, fill it up. We didn't even use it. Was a pointless ditch. So
exactly. That was the whole point of it.
The whole point, and I had so many blisters, but hey, there was some hard work right there. So, but ever since that, I mean, I helped Papa on that farm every summer till I was 19, 20.
Yes, and then he started paying you.
Yeah, then I started getting paid.
So it turned into a job. So your bad mistake turned into a job, and he overpaid you.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely overpaid me, but
plus he bought your lunch every Friday.
Yes, every Friday.
But took off the workers every week.
We had a good time. I built barbed wire fences and ran cows and worked cows, and so it's fun.
So going back to that discipline part, I wouldn't say we were harsh on you. But you did do a couple of stupid things that we had to discipline you.
That's right.
When you have kids, because you're not there yet.
Yep.
Right? But when y'all do have kids, would you do that to your own kids?
Oh, 100%. 100% disciplining my children.
Okay. All right.
Spanking and everything.
That's a whole nother, I don't know if we're going to get into all that. Yeah. That's a whole nother podcast. Okay. But that time in your life was... I think it changed who you were.
Oh, yeah.
And the direction you were going to go.
Oh, yeah.
I remember, I was talking to somebody the other day, they was talking about, I think we were at a professional development the other day, and we were talking about kids being late to school, tardies. How are we going to fix tardies? Yeah. So I told the table I was with the story of when your mother, you were still in trouble, because you had to ride to school with your mom every day. Because we just didn't let you go that 1 week at working on the cattle farm. Yeah. It was like a 3-4 months. It was a long time. We took the car away. We didn't let you do anything out of our sight for a long time. So you had to ride with your mom. And one morning, your mother's leaving, and you did not get out of the bed. So she leaves, she's backing up.
She left me there.
I was...
She was leaving, and you're running out trying to put your clothes on, waving her down. Did she stop?
I think so. I thought she left me home.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, she let you get in the car.
Yeah, she did. Yeah. There's a...
She got down to the Mossy Oak side, and I guess she stopped to come back or let you run all the way down the road. His pants was falling down.
Hey, that's a good thing about uniforms.
So we had to do some very unusual parenting skills with you that we didn't have to do with Brooke.
It was also different. Me and Brooke are very... quite the opposites.
Yeah, y'all are. You're totally different people.
So, yeah.
Which was
Good times.
So, I normally start our guest off with what's your favorite vegetable. I didn't do that today. So, what is your favorite vegetable? Because you eat a lot of different types of things. You're kind of like Brooke. You do eat a pretty wide. You're not like your mother. Doesn't eat very much.
Good question. I don't know. We do eat a lot of bell peppers. I love bell peppers. And rice and ground beef. That's like it's just a staple. Yeah. We haven't recently, but we do eat a lot of zucchini. I like zucchini. Zucchini's good. I'm trying to think what else. Tomatoes. I do love a good BLT. Especially when I was growing those big boy tomatoes.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's good stuff.
And you like to cook.
And I do like to cook.
You like to saute everything.
I do. If you think about it, growing up, Mom would always let me saute the onions with oil.
Yeah, I guess where it all started.
It all started right there.
I got the onions.
I was like, I got the onions, and I love onions too. I would like to grow onions. That'd be nice. Because that's a winter.
That's what we've
like lettuce and cabbage. That's a winter thing.
Yeah, you kind of start those back in October, November.
Yeah.
Let those grow into early spring. So
yeah. Oh yeah, we did try. We planted them too late though. We tried the onions.
Yeah, y'all did try. Yeah, and I told y'all
don't get anything. You didn't. We didn't get. Hey, trial and error. You gotta learn.
Right.
You gotta learn.
Yeah.
Pulling the fork.
Okay. So let's talk about, start getting into your childhood. So let's talk about your athletic career, because sports was really, really important to you.
It was.
You started at a very, very young age playing soccer. So just tell us a little bit about your experiences with sports.
All right. I think I started playing soccer, was it 3 or 4?
Well, the first soccer game you played on, you were not even on the soccer team.
Okay.
Because Brooks' soccer team didn't have enough show up that day, and your mother's coaching.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, your mother's coaching didn't have enough to show up that day, and we're like, hey, Cole can play. So Cole got in, and I think you scored like 5 goals. So from that point on.
I was a scorer. Yeah, I remember, I guess it all started from there, but I remember I played, I think, Upward for a while. Was it Upward?
That was Upward basketball. That was Upward church league basketball.
I played church league and played soccer, some... I did that up until I think it was about 10.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was in 5th grade, and that's when at First Baptist, they were like put me on the U14 team, and they put me on that U18 team as like a 10-year-old.
Right.
And then they were like, you need to play club. So then we decided to put me in club, and then that's kind of there. Starts the club career.
And you played with several different types of clubs.
I did.
And your mother and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on that, so we
club
never let you try out for like the logos or anything like that, because that was going to be a lot of money.
Well, I remember playing on that. You need a team.
Really couldn't afford that.
You need it was an interesting.
And your best experience probably was with the Mumford.
No, it was Mumford United.
Mumford United.
Yeah,
that's probably your best experience.
And that was mainly because of the group I was with too. Mm-hmm. But anyway, because I played. There was a couple Mumford teams though, because I remember I played on that club team, and when we moved to Daphne, that's when I think it started really for me. When I was like, dang, I'm actually pretty good. Because I was like, I remember we did that 3-on-3 tournament before we moved back, and I was like, just killing it, everybody. I was scoring like 10 goals a game.
Yeah, I was telling, and when we moved back from Daphne, I was telling a dad the other day that was at Woodland. Because he was struggling. He was struggling with his son being on the JV team, and it was basketball. And I told him the story of when we moved back from Daphne, you went and tried out for that Bartlett soccer team.
Yes. Yep.
And you made the team.
Yeah, that was. Oh, I forgot about that.
And then I got a phone call saying that you got replaced on their roster by some kid from Mississippi that was really good.
Yeah.
So you made the team. And
I forgot about that. Yeah, they did like some merge thing too. Like anyway.
And I told the dad, I said, that was a really, really hard time for you because you were confused.
Yeah,
it's like I made the team, but then I got taken off the team, and that's when you went back to that United team. Took you back. I think after.
No, that. I think I didn't play club after that. I didn't play club because I started full on basketball. I was kind of eating up with basketball that 7th and 8th grade year. Okay. I still played. I think I played. Because I don't think I played club in 7th and 8th because I didn't play club after Daphne that much. Because I think when I got back, I was fed up with. I was eating up with basketball.
Yeah.
Because I remember, I think all I wanted to do was play basketball. So 7th and 8th grade, which obviously was decent, I was point guard.
You were. Yeah.
7th and 8th grade was basketball, and then 8th grade, I was like, I had enough basketball. Plus, I was like, I'm a 5'8" white kid. I'm not going nowhere. So
you were actually a pretty good little basketball player, though. I mean, you really were.
I think it was just because I'm fast.
I was telling a parent the other day about when you were at TRA and I was at Woodland. We had to play against each other.
That was fun. I always tried to beat you.
I don't know which way it was, if it was at TRA or at Woodland. I beat y'all the first time. Mm-hmm. But then the next time you decided that was not going to happen, and you scored like 24 points and beat us. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, I don't know whether to cheer for you or to cheer against you.
Anytime, and same with soccer, I remember there was that between my 10th grade or my 9th grade year and my 10th grade year, I probably just juggled and worked on my soccer game every day until I got good. Like it was like I knew I was okay, but that little switch between 9th grade and 10th grade, there was like a shift. But the same thing with basketball. I remember 7th grade, I didn't even play very much, and I just went outside and shot free throws and did all the dribbling drills.
Yeah, you worked. I mean, there was no doubt you worked at it. Brooke was like, I'm just going to go play. She didn't really, but try to hone her skills. You always were trying to work at it.
Yeah, but I think from that soccer career from ninth grade. I still play. I think I went back to Mumford United ninth grade that fall.
Yeah,
because then spring ball school. Yep, exactly. Yeah. And then we what do we do? I guess that's when I noticed like other teams. I mean, we went to TRA, so like we weren't the best soccer school.
Yeah.
So like, but there was not a lot of club players. There was all like mostly football player athletes, but right. Football players, but not club like level right. soccer players.
Yeah.
But like from ninth grade to 10th grade, we made a huge change in Coach Matt.
Yeah.
Remember Coach Matt?
Yeah, and you loved him.
Yep. And he
made y'all practice like from
we had
7 to 9 at night.
Yeah,
every
well,
night.
It was from 5. I remember because he wasn't a teacher, so he'd get there at 5:30 after because he was like a project manager for a construction company. Yeah. He'd get there at 5:30, and we would practice for 3 hours.
Was he British?
He was British.
That's when you started having your British accent?
Yeah. So
you want to give us a little bit of that?
No. You
don't give us a little bit.
Not for the podcast.
You're really good at it. My mother didn't want to do it. Yeah.
Not for the podcast. But I think, but that shift between ninth, because he was there in ninth grade too. I remember.
Yeah, I think ninth.
He started on my ninth grade year, and I was okay. But then I was like, I need to get better, and I went from like I think 2 goals, and I think I scored 15 goals my sophomore year.
Yeah, you were rolling.
And I played center mid too, so I played center mid, and then we had. Yeah. But it was kind of good because like we had 2 or 3 other club players at TRA, so we spread us out. So it was like we had one at striker, one at midfield, one at center defense. Right. So we kind of had them spread out, so we could each kind of lead each section. But
I think it was your senior year. Who was the goalie your senior year? I remember he had like 10 saves or something. Jake Massey. He had like 10 saves one game. It was like the best game he's ever had.
Those penalties because we made whatever it is that next.
Yeah, I don't know who y'all were playing that game.
FACS, I think.
FACS.
It was penalty. Okay. It was PKs.
Okay.
That led us to when then we played Lausanne and
that was
got handed to us.
Lausanne was always good. They still are good.
Pulling the flag.
Yeah, I'm moving the thing. So, and then your other sport, you ran cross country.
I did run cross country. I played tennis.
School, and then you played tennis. And tennis. I always felt like you were a better tennis player than anything else.
But that was also ninth grade because I tried. That's what it was.
Your freshman year, you were doing both.
Freshman year, I was doing both in the spring. So I remember Mom. I didn't drive yet. I was in ninth grade, so I was going. Mom would take me, and I'd have to pick. That's what it was. I had to pick between practices and games. It's like there'd be tennis practice, but there'd be a soccer game, or there'd be a tennis match, and there'd be soccer practice. So I would only pick the games.
Yeah.
But I was second seed as a freshman, so that was so I was getting
doubles
and singles. Yeah, because I was right.
I thought you made it in doubles too, though. Because you had,
I think I was up there in doubles too, but
because you played with a senior.
I was second. Yeah, I played with Hunter.
Hunter,
one of Brooks' friends. But but I remember because I was second seed as a freshman, so I was still way too young to be playing second seed. Because all these seniors at second seed who were going to play in college tennis would just absolutely smoke me. So.
And Coach OB was the coach.
Yeah, Coach OB was a coach. So
he was pretty laid back as a tennis coach too.
He liked it though.
He did love it. He loved it. Yeah. He's doing well. He had cancer.
I saw that.
Cancer.
Yeah.
So
is he still at?
He's doing well. He's still in MS.
Okay.
He's still in MS. Coach OB.
Shout out.
That's right. Okay. Well, let's take a break, and then when we come back, let's talk about your college years and getting into your career and duck hunting and all the stuff you do now. Does that sound good?
Yep. Sounds good.
We'll be right back. Do you need a realtor that gets results? Well, you need to call Dewey Dillard with Groome and Company. He's a realtor here locally in Memphis, Arlington, and the surrounding area. He's been a realtor since 1992. Dewey's clients consistently get top market value. How much money do you want to make on your house? Dewey's going to get you top value. And he's one of the nicest guys in town. And boy, I tell you what, he is super nice. He's always been super nice to me. So whether you're buying or selling a house in any of the areas of Bartlett, Lakeland, Arlington, and beyond, call Dewey Dillard at 901-218-1958. Dewey Dillard with Groome and Company will do you right. So call him up at 901-218-1958. Dewey will most definitely do you right. All right. All right, welcome back to the Farmerdale Podcast. I hope you enjoyed that first session about all of Cole's athletic career and all that kind of stuff. But now we're going to go into as an adult,
Yep.
and what he's doing now and being married and all that kind of stuff. But let's talk about your dogs first, because, man, you got a wacky world with your dogs.
Yep.
And I think it all started with Bailey. Because Bailey loves
story.
Yeah, so let's try to keep that short.
I can keep it short.
How many dogs you got?
We have 2.
All right, 2 dogs.
2 hound dogs.
And their names are?
Cricket and Cash.
Cricket and Cash. All right, so one's mama.
One is mama and one is her baby.
So
Cash.
which one's mama?
Cricket's mama.
Cricket's mama, okay.
Cash is her little...
All right, so tell us how Cricket became part of your life.
All right. It was actually, I was shooting for work. The company I work for, we sell taking pictures, doing video. Well, I was shooting a fire pit for this campaign, and I actually was using Bailey's parents' backyard. And next thing you know, this little hound dog is just walking around the yard. And, yep. And then Bailey goes, I think that is the one I've seen on Facebook. Anyway.
And Bailey's always trying to save
Bailey loves all the dogs.
All animals.
Save all the dogs. Adopt, don't shop.
Adopt, don't shop. That's right. Go adopt a dog.
Save the dogs.
Yeah.
Anyway. But anyway, we saved Cricket, and then we were in an apartment at the time, so we saved Cricket, and anyway, we went to the vet, we got her checked, no microchip, we put her on Facebook, anybody's dog, whose dog is this? Nobody's. And then a guy reached out to us and was like, she's been living here, and she just kept getting out. Like, it wasn't his dog, but he found her and was feeding her and stuff. Anyway, she turned out to be pregnant with 11 babies.
So you picked up a stray dog.
Picked up a stray dog that was pregnant.
11
and she's just like a little, I would say, a mix between a beagle and something else. Like, she's a little hound dog. Mm-hmm. Probably, we think maybe there's a couple breeds in there, like coonhound, beagle. There's a bunch of stuff in there.
All right, but the main part I'm getting at is that she was pregnant when so adopt, don't shop.
Yes.
So if you pick one up off the street,
she may be pregnant.
She might be pregnant. All right, so then you had 11 puppies.
11 puppies. There were 10 puppies. One didn't make it.
One passed away. So then you had to get rid of all.
We got rid of them, and they all went to family, friends, and family, basically. So
we didn't take one.
My parents did not.
No, we didn't.
No, they just have chubs.
Bailey's mom and dad.
Yeah, they have 2.
They took 2 out of the litter.
Walker took 1.
Yeah.
But anyway, all our family friends took 1.
So y'all got married.
Yep.
Have a pregnant dog, babies.
Yep. And then we decided to get a house.
And then you decided to get a house. And tell me how that's going with the pups now. Because you kept one.
We kept one, and that was Cash.
Yeah.
He was the best looking one too. He's a handsome dude, handsome hound. But anyway, after trying to deal with all Cricket and the apartment stuff, we were like, we got to buy a house.
Right.
Which also, how the market is these days. But anyway, made it work. We have a house now.
It's a great house. It was 100 years old.
Yeah, it's built in 1900 flat, and the front of it was an old Sears catalog home.
That's pretty cool.
And then they just kind of added on.
But it has no insulation.
No, it's very cold in the very front of that house. So during this last snowstorm, we had blankets on over the windows and the door. But anyway. Home ownership.
That's right.
Home ownership. But anyway, it's a great house, and we have we do have neighbors on the side of us, but it's a rental. But behind us, we just have a field. In front of us is just a cornfield. Yeah. So no neighbors. So the dogs, good thing we don't have neighbors, because the dogs are just barking.
And they don't live in an apartment anymore.
Oh yeah.
All right. So let's go back to your college years, and then we'll come back to this, because what you had planned, because we make fun of you all the time, because when you were in college,
I strayed a little bit.
You had planned that you were going to live downtown in a loft, wear skinny jeans. So you went from living with us.
There was like a little 3-4 year period there of a stray a little bit. It was like, I'm gonna be kind of feed into the artist life, live in the city, all that stuff.
Right.
I did that I lived in Midtown, tried it out.
You did. You lived on top of Pew's Flowers.
I did.
And Union Avenue.
Yes. And then
right in the heart of the city.
Yes. And yep.
I remember you called your mother one day, and because you had to go up the stairs.
Yes,
right?
I was above the flower shop. But anyway, there would always be a homeless person sitting on my stairs, and I'm just like, coming from out in the country, I just wasn't used to random people sitting on my stairs, so I was scared of it and would call mom.
And you called your mom.
I don't know what to do. I would just drive around
until they left.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I found out that city life was not for Cole.
It was not for you. And now you love the outdoors.
Yep.
You stay outside all the time.
I've always loved being outside, and we grew up. We fished in that back pond.
Yeah. We talked about that the other day. We had text back and forth, and you were like, "How about fishing with hot dogs?"
Yes, we used to fish with hot dogs in that back pond. Which I don't even know if we call it anything.
I don't think we call it anything.
I don't think we call anything with hot dogs. We tried. Probably catch some catfish with hot. I bet they'll eat.
Well, then again, we didn't have a lot of money, so I couldn't go buy a lot of fishing gear.
Yeah.
And the fancy
cut
stuff.
Off some 50-cent hot dogs.
We just cut some hot dogs up because they were cheap.
Yep.
But we didn't catch anything. But it was cool out there fishing with y'all's little fishing rods. Because you and Brooke would go out there with me. And we just sat there and not catch
And same thing with Daphne. I was outside 24/7. I was never inside.
And that's when you got into shooting bow and arrows.
Yes, I was making your own arrows. I made bow, and I would whittle.
What was that guy's name? Mr.
I don't remember.
What was his name? You know what it was?
He helped us. Something. I don't remember.
It was an old guy.
But he was super, because there was a pond in that middle of that little rental house. And it was me and this one other kid that was my age, I would say. And we'd just get home from school, and he'd show up at our house, and we'd go fish in that pond, and
and it was weird. We just let you go.
Yeah, y'all did. I wandered in those woods for
we probably should have monitored that a little bit more, but we didn't.
Yeah, because I was in sixth grade.
Yeah,
sixth grade. I was sixth grade, but looking back though, I would just disappear in the woods looking for wood.
I didn't know when he was coming home.
Yeah, I'm sure I got lost multiple times, but. Yeah, I just would disappear in the woods,
and you showed back up.
I showed back up with my pieces of wood to make a bow. There was some I don't even know what wood that was, but it bent really well. We were letting you live. Yeah, I was living.
We were letting you grow up.
But I was fishing and making bow and arrows. That's what I did my sixth grade year, and played soccer. That's about it.
Yeah.
And I do miss living near the beach.
Yeah, that's for sure. It was good. You and I did enjoy that.
We did. Mom and Brooke not so much.
Yeah, they wanted to move back home.
Man, we had a good time.
But if you wouldn't have moved back, then you would not be married to Bailey, probably.
True. Very true.
Because Bailey, and I may get the story wrong, Bailey fell in love with you in middle school.
Yep.
And you wouldn't even talk to her.
No.
I ran cross country together, and you wouldn't have anything to do with her.
No. Well, yeah, I don't know.
She kept chasing you.
She did.
Kept chasing you.
I got the ring.
And then she got the ring.
Yep. She got the ring.
The wife. She got the chickens.
She did.
She's got everything she wanted. Except the pig. She got the pig.
Not yet.
She's going to get the pig yet.
You gotta, the hound dogs are very, I don't think that would go very well.
Yeah.
Cash is a little aggressive.
Yeah. All right. So you graduate college.
Yep.
University of Memphis. Mm-hmm. With a mass media degree. Is it kind of what it was?
Okay. It was creative mass media, but make it where everybody knows, it was basically graphic design through the advertising department, basically.
Yep.
So
you went to college, and you took a class in high school with Mr. Baker, and that's when it all really started.
Yep.
With a photography class, and all of a sudden you were hooked.
Yeah, I was playing. I still was junior year of high school, because we just did iPhone pictures, and he was like, pretty good. You might want to go buy a camera. And I was working at Miramichi, so saved up all my money. I wasn't making much. I was making $6.50 an hour or whatever minimum.
But you learned how to work hard, because you had to get up at 5:30.
I did. It was in long summers. But anyway, I saved up for that first little DSLR, and then here I am.
Yeah, I remember you were stressing over buying a new camera at Best Buy, and you called us 20 times.
Yes.
Well, you were at Best Buy, and you were trying to talk yourself out of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, just buy the camera.
Yep. I'm still like that. I can't buy enough. I can't spend money to save my life.
All right, so you've been married for a year and a half now. Bailey finally chased you down, and y'all graduated.
We started dating.
She's a nurse, doing really well, and loves doing that.
Yeah.
No. Yes.
Yeah. She enjoys it.
That's good.
It's a hard
career. What I don't like about Bailey is when she shows me pictures of wounds, of people's bloody wound, pussy, nasty wounds. I don't like that. But she still continues to try to do that.
It's worse when you're just on the couch watching TV and it's like, hey, look at this. And it's like a dude's foot blown off. And
thanks a whole lot.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
All right, so you graduate and then tell us how you got with the band. Okay. Because you became a photographer for a band.
So I think it was, which year? I want to say junior year of college, I started interning at Choose 901, which was that like media outlet in Memphis. And from that, I shot Bill Street Music Fest for the first time. And then after shooting that festival, because I was there all 3 days shooting, I got the press pass anyway. From that festival, I was like hooked. And that's one thing too. Like, there's no money in any of that really, like unless you're like in it, and so or you work for like the news and you need a few photos for an article. But anyway,
and this was basically an internship.
Yeah, this was an internship. Yep. And so I did that internship, and then anyway, fast forward a little bit, I kind of got eaten up with it and was like started reaching out to every single band coming into Memphis and like, hey, can I shoot you? I'll shoot you for free. I would hit up venues, just be like, hey, I'll shoot the first 3 songs. That was kind of the deal. The first 3 songs, then you get out of the pit. Anyway, so I did that for like probably a year, build that portfolio up. That's all I would post on Instagram to show that that's all I do. And then I graduated college and I was working at Seismic.
Yeah,
I still had a e-commerce photography job where I was shooting like products on a white backdrop. So I was doing that. That's what it was. I was working at Seismic, and then I think that it was in the summer. So I graduated May. I think it was late June. The band, I got a DM from the Stillwoods. It was Derek. I got a DM, and he was like, "We love your work. Call me." So gave him a call. He was like, "Can you show up at this show? Can you show up at this show in Maryville, Tennessee? It's like our main show. We don't have a photographer yet." And of course, I'm in Memphis, so I drove the 7 hours in my car the next day.
Yep.
He was like, "Can you make it?" He's like, "The concert's this weekend."
And
I'm like,
on that red Versa back then.
But I was in the Civic. By the way,
in the Civic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I had that little Civic. But anyway, I shot that. I drove all the way the 7 hours to that concert. I met everybody. I shot the show, sent them the photos, and they were like, "Love them. Here's another list of dates. Can you make this?" So basically, I was kind of freelance for a minute with the Stillwoods and at Seismic. And so
they were just paying you per concert.
Yes. So I had I think it was like $450 a day or whatever for them. So I was doing Seismic and the Stillwoods I think I did that for like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
And that's when the band came up and they were like, "Can you go full time with us?" And I did. So, and then from there, they kind of knew that I also could do graphic design. So I did graphic design, photos, video, social media. I ran the meet and greets. I did just about everything. It was just me and the manager mainly doing all like the business side.
Yep.
But I did that for about a little over 2 years. So,
and then you decided.
Plus, I forgot. Side note: I was also on the road.
Yeah, I mean, how long did you shoot? Once they put you on salary and they were.
Well, I started on the road with them. That was after that Maryville show. They sent me dates, and those were all like, and they're considered weekend warriors, so they would go
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So Thursday, it would stipulate, because I would leave Wednesday night and we go have a show Thursday.
Nashville.
I would drive to Nashville. Yes, I would drive to Nashville for bus call. Yeah, a lot of driving. But yeah, typical night or week would go when I was working for the band. I would work Monday, Tuesday from home, do business stuff, and then or computer work, and then Wednesday night I would head to Nashville for bus call, hop on the bus. We'd be all over the country from Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, sometimes Sunday, home Sunday or Monday, and then repeat. And we did that. Yep. I did that for 2 years straight, just about, and it's gone. And then we'd have our month-long runs when we go out west to Colorado. Well, yeah, Colorado, and we'd go all the way to California, Oregon, Washington. So in Idaho, we'd spend a lot of time in Idaho.
And one day you're like, I'm done with this. Yeah. I cannot travel with this van anymore because I want to be home. Yeah. Right. So then you started searching for jobs.
It was close to time I proposed and was like, I can't, because I was gone a lot and it was just hard to be home. Yeah. Because the job was a little music business is a little demanding. And so I was like, I need to be home. I need something else. Yeah. So now I'm been at the same company for the last almost 3 years after that.
And you pretty much did the same thing.
I did the same. I'm photo, basically. Yeah, I'm photo video for a bigger e-commerce company that we own. We own 3 different companies. Yeah. So keeps me very busy.
So if you listen to this podcast, I think the most important part of Cole is that he was a hustler in the aspect that he was willing to hustle. Yeah, and do whatever. I really remember the story that you called us up and said, "Hey, this artist wants me to go all the way to Myrtle Beach."
Oh yes, I forgot about that. What's his name?
I don't know what it was.
When I drove all the way to Myrtle Beach, it was like 13 hours.
You hear that?
Nico Moon.
So Nico Moon messaged you and said, "Can you be in Myrtle Beach this weekend?"
Didn't get paid.
I mean, and you didn't get paid. I mean, that's the whole thing about it. You did so much. You had to do a lot stuff for free to get to where you are today.
You had to do a lot of stuff for free.
You did, and if you wouldn't have done all that stuff,
because with that show, I was able to shoot. I got some photos of Luke Combs, right, and a lot of Post Malone. So a lot of those larger stars, I kind of added. I would post pictures in the music world. You can't really tell, but say I would post this and you're shooting for that artist and you're really not. Yeah. But it looks like you are, and so people are like, oh, I need to hire that guy before he blows up. Yeah. And so
you think social media really helped that part of you on Instagram?
100%.
Because you didn't really do a lot of Facebook. It was mostly
just Instagram. And I would just tag a bunch of people. Right. So but I did spent a lot of time DMing bands. That's kind of where the hustle was. Because I'd be like, I'll shoot you free. I'll give you some photos that. If you're in Memphis, blah, 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 I'll drive to Nashville if you need me to. So I shot a lot of stuff for free just to kind of get in the door.
Do you prefer because you're always, right now you're in front of the camera, but you really enjoy being behind the camera. Yep. Do you enjoy the photography or the videography more? Which one do you like?
Kind of a mix now. Okay. I mean, I started out doing just photos, and then my role right now is, I would say mainly photos are a big part, but video is huge in today's world, obviously. But I feel like I do mainly video right now. I do most. I mean, for the company I work for, I'm the only guy that does photo and video for 3 different brands. So it's a lot of time, a lot of work. Yeah. I go through lots of.
I think it's been amazing how your career has gotten, because you're 27, and that's amazing. You're only 27 years old, and you've done so much. You've done a lot.
Because my dream job was the band. That was my dream. I wanted that, and I landed that right out of college. So after I quit them, I was like, well.
Do you think you'll ever go back and do that ever again? It's a big time band?
Maybe. I don't know. That'd be hard.
Because you were really good at it.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is the love was there too. It wasn't just a job. I was hanging out.
And the band was good.
Yes,
and the still was really good. Although there was some kind of crazy stuff going on with the band, but
the still was great, and I got along with everybody. And it was a little different. It's not like your typical work scenario, because I'm just hanging out with my buddies, taking pictures of them on the bus when they're playing music, and we're all really just a bunch of nerds. They're nerds about guitars, and I'm a nerd about cameras and all the gear. It's just it's really just you're hanging out with your buddies. That's about what I enjoy. It's not like your typical work environment at all.
Right. And you do some of our sports pictures at Woodland. Yep. You've done a couple of weddings, which you said you would never do.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
not full time.
Not
anyway.
a full time. No.
Yeah,
I'm not passionate. It's hard. One thing too, like money's money, but like shooting stuff you're not like passionate about makes it a little more difficult to shoot.
Yeah.
Plus, like, not that don't enjoy it, but like weddings is not my like cup of tea.
Right.
Like I'm not like.
But you can make a lot of money.
I can. Right? You can make a lot of money.
Those guys are making a lot of money.
You can make a lot of money as a wedding photographer. But one thing too is like, that's not really what I'm passioned about. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah. But it's cool that you were able to go after that passion, and when you got into 901 and doing all the band stuff, and then you actually got a job with the band. And I remember you asking us, "What do you think? You think I should do it?" And we're like, "Heck yes!"
Yeah, because that's a once in a lifetime.
We supported that full speed. Yeah, as far as telling you that, you need to go do it. We didn't give you any money.
No. Yeah, but hey, I've been working since I was 16.
Yeah, I've been working a long time, and that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I learned what hard work is. So that's for sure.
Yeah, we always said we got all that hard work from my dad.
Yep,
we got that work ethic from him.
Oh yeah,
and then little Jerry Wayne chicken died.
Yep,
he probably was a hard worker too. He didn't last very long.
He didn't last very long.
That's good. So
he worked hard to protect those chickens for a little bit.
Yeah, it's good. Now you fish.
Yeah, fish.
And you do one of the things now that you do, and we'll finish up with this, is that you were not a duck hunter.
Mm-mm. Now
so tell me how you got into duck hunting and how that works. So and we'll finish out with that today.
It all kind of started obviously with Dalton, our cousin. Mm-hmm. He hooked me up. He's a waterfowl guide and does all that. He's a big hunter, been hunting forever. Anyway, he hooked me up with a guy he used to guide for to do photo and video work for. And then so last year I did all these like hype videos for duck season, and also hunted a little bit last year. And then like obviously once you get into that, it's kind of super addicting. It kind of gives you the same, to me, it kind of gives me the same vibe as like the band type thing, because you're just like hanging out with some buddies, shooting. You're kind of, it's just a good time being out in the woods. And but this year I didn't shoot as much because I hunted a lot more this year than I shot like photo video. These hunters, these duck hunters, they were paying you to go to video them and take photos of them duck hunting. Yes,
because they wanted to show how awesome they were.
Yeah, yep.
Duck hunting.
Because nowadays you got to spend a lot of money to be put on some birds.
Yeah, some birds.
So people spend a lot of money on finding them birds and keeping them birds. Right. So, but anyway, this year was like was a really good year. Killed a lot of birds. It's a good time. So
and you still took a lot of pictures and videos.
Yeah, so I was still like,
you were just doing it for yourself.
I would bring my camera along, and we'd get, they call them pile pics. Mm-hmm. We'd just get our pics at once the hunt's over. And then the last day of season, during the snow, when all the water froze up, we got on a hunt with a dry field, and we killed like 108 ducks.
And it's 0 degrees outside.
It was freezing, but it was the time of our life. So I've never seen that many ducks before.
I've never been a hunter. I don't hunt, and I don't have any need to go hunting when it's 0 degrees, especially.
Yep.
But you love it. That's awesome. You've always been a kid who has from birth. You've always were doing something, and you had a passion for something. I'm
really bad at sitting still.
We called you the bag boy at one point because you just love a bag, and you still do.
I still love bags.
Love a bag. Gotta have a bag.
Yep.
Bag for this, bag for that. So, so that's awesome. All right.
I don't think anything else.
I don't know. Is there anything else you want to share?
I don't know.
You're on Instagram. If you want to see a lot of his Instagram pictures, you can go on Instagram and see a lot of the stuff that he's posted.
Yep. You kind of keep on scrolling, and you'll see all the band stuff. And
it's pretty cool.
Done a lot in my 27 years.
You really have done a lot, and you're going to do a lot more in the future for sure.
Yep.
All right, you love me or your mother better?
Ooh.
I already know that. I know you love your mother more because you call your mother more.
Well, she'd be mad if
she listens to you and she talks to you.
She'd be mad if I didn't call her, which I already don't call her.
You did a really good job even in college. You would call her all the time, and if you didn't,
now I'm kind of antisocial. I don't call anybody. I'm terrible with my phone.
You do love your mother.
I do love my mother.
That's okay. All right. Well, good.
Yep.
All right. Our audience, y'all were great today.
We can talk a little about the farmers market in the summer.
Well, yeah, with the farmers market's coming up, and Cole's going to be growing some stuff.
Yep.
We're going to be selling his eggs. We're going to be selling the produce I grow, the produce he grows. So we'll be hitting that in Arlington coming up here starting in June.
Yep.
So
I'm ready for warmer weather. That's for sure.
Yeah. So warm weather's coming. We're starting, and we're in the grow room right now in the Creasy grow room, the Farmerdale grow room. And tomorrow morning, I'm starting some lettuce, broccoli, and spinach. That's what we got going. And then next weekend, we'll start our peppers and tomatoes and all that kind of stuff next week. So I'm pretty sure Betty's going to start her.
Yeah, we'll be starting
to plant.
Yeah, we'll be starting
her to plant. For her to do all the work probably because she does all the work in the garden probably.
We'll be scaling it up and we'll have a lot of produce. So
it'll be a good deal.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is awesome.
Yep.
Love you.
Love you too, Dad.
Favorite son.
Yep.
And
favorite dad. One and only dad.
That's right. Thanks. So anyway, hey, love you. Hope y'all enjoyed it. We'll be right back. Hey, what are you wearing these days? You got a nice hoodie? You got a nice hat? Maybe you do, but does it say Farmerdale on it? I don't think you do. And if you don't, and if you do, that's great. Thank you for buying one. But if you don't have one yet, you need to go to the Farmerdale merch store and buy you a hoodie, buy you a hat, buy you a t-shirt, multiple colors, multiple designs. You need to go to the Farmerdale merch store. Get you something today. Keep this podcast going by supporting the Farmerdale merch store. Well, hey, I want to thank my special guest, my favorite son, being on the podcast today. It was a huge delight and an honor to have him on the show. And now I've had my whole entire family on the show. Farmer Jenny, my favorite daughter, and my favorite son. So hope y'all listen to those. If you didn't catch all those other ones, you need to go back and like all those. And make sure that you like, subscribe, and ring that bell. And make sure you share our podcast with your friends so that we can continue to grow this podcast one subscriber at a time. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed today. Next week, hopefully my special guest is going to be Rich Thompson. Rich Thompson owns Circle T Ranch, and he's one of my neighbors, and he raises some interesting cattle. So I think you may want to listen into that because Rich has got a lot of history, got a great story. So hopefully Rich will be on with us next week. So until then, Farmerdale out.